Yeah. Back. Yeah. Yeah. Back. I'm everything my father never was. But then I'm praying so hard for my son to be not like me. I'm who they said I'll never be. Yeah. I'm trying to change me like I changed my flow.
Welcome to this week's exciting episode of Inside in Bombela. I'm your host, LeoGrant. On this week's hot seat, we've got Tando Shongwe, aka Scandolous. He's basically going to walk us through his life, who he is, what he's all about.
Yeah, man, it feels good to be here. We're doing Inside Bombela all the way. So I'm excited to be with you guys.
My man. Now, what you guys are not aware of, this is take 2 of this episode. Like, we had a serious, catastrophic equipment malfunction, like anything that could possibly happen along did. So you're like, yeah, saying, time out. Let's just free up another day and let's do this thing proper so that we've got a standard to maintain. There's a standard that we've started, and you guys know us for this. So we've got to maintain so that we can all go. Tando, what would you prefer I call you?
What?
What would you prefer I call you? Everybody knows you as Scandalous, but
Yeah, you can just call me Scandalous.
Scandalous.
Yeah, that's how it is. Because I have a brand to maintain.
No, makes sense. No,
yeah.
I'm all for that.
Yeah.
So, but what's scandalous about Tando?
What I could say, man, is, Scandalous is a name from the streets. I got that name from the streets. Growing up, being who I am, realizing what I want to become in life. But Tando is okay. Anyway, the Tando name came about. I'm actually a twin.
Okay.
I have a twin sister. She's not.
So I'm guessing her name is Notando. Okay,
Yeah.
I was saying no Lutando.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the funny thing about that name is that I got it from my grade 1 teacher.
Okay.
Yeah, not actually from my parents, but yeah, she actually gave me that name because she wanted us to match. Yeah.
What was your great name? The teacher's name?
The original name from my
Yeah,
parents.
yeah.
Sibusiso.
No. Okay, Sibusiso.
Yeah.
Okay, no, that makes sense.
So she was not Tando alone.
Oh.
Then the grade 1 teacher just said, because you guys are twins, let me call you Tando, and she's going to be Notando.
Notando.
Yeah.
Huh. What was the teacher's name?
We actually didn't believe in calling teachers with names, but with the same name.
Okay,
it's,
so it's Memban.
Yeah, it's Memkosi.
Memkosi.
Yeah, but I think she had passed by now.
Sure, but
yeah, rest in peace to her.
Dude, that sucks. I was about, and no, I'm gonna shout it out anyway. Yeah. Memkosi, 30 years plus later, your name is still relevant and on point. Amandla to you, rest in power.
Yeah.
Dude, where are you from?
I'm from Pinari, Gatanchi. Yeah, actually, I'm not sure exactly where I was born, but I'm from Nelspruit, of which I'm proud of.
Yeah.
So those are my roots. That's where I come from. I'm actually made up of the dusty streets of Pinari. That's like I'm a product. Yes, a Pinari. Yeah, especially that small location, Gatanchi. That's where I exist.
No, but not all the streets in Pinar are dusty. Ask the people, but
yeah, nowadays
they can tell you that there's more holes than actual state, but that's another story altogether.
Yeah,
dude. So what do you do? What does your 9 to 5 look like? Like, walk us through your day, a typical day in Scandalous's life.
Okay, there's a lot that I do, man. I'm actually I'm trying to become an activist as well. But so far, I'm a DJ, I'm an artist. I do graphic design. I'm an event organizer, and yeah, I'm just that kind of a person. Maybe let's say you want to start up a business.
Yeah,
I give you ideas. Like I actually pump things up to happen for other people. That's who I am.
So you're the go-to guy for everything else to happen.
Yeah, I can call myself that.
Nice one. I like that. I like that. There's this system. It's called the hub and the spoke system. Like literally, if you have a look at the bicycle wheel,
Mm.
you have the hub and all the
Yeah.
spokes. So I'm
Yeah.
guessing that you are the hub
Yeah.
and graphic design, DJ,
Yeah, make things happen.
make things happen.
Yeah.
Scandalous, Mr. Scandalous. To those who don't know, Bina introduced you to a few things that you now do in your normal 9 to 5. Music being the biggest contributor. So how did you how did music find you, or did you find music? Like how did the two of you meet?
Actually, I could say we actually met halfway, yabo? Because like music is a calling. It's more like okay, let me put it this way. While growing up, you know, as a kid, maybe you're watching TV, you see people who you want to become, who you want to be like them one day. Like you see role models, yabo?
Yeah.
And then you get to be like, hey, I want to be like that.
Yeah.
Yabo? So now, me as a person, I actually saw people on TV, had them on radio while I was growing up, and I had that thing. You would say, "Nam, I just want to be like this. This is who I want to be." So I think that's how it started. But I started getting on the scene during my high school days, yabo, because at school I used to perform during functions. But that's how it started. I mean, it started like, you know, a class in maybe during a lesson.
Yes.
Maybe there's a teacher giving you notes, and then when are you busy
Yeah.
thinking about music and all that, you know, beatboxing and all
Freestyle
that.
kancane.
Yeah, that's how it started. So it went to as far as friends. Like, I mean, I was actually put on a program without my knowledge. And then I heard me hearing my name, it's okay, fine. The next item is going to be Tando Show. The scandalous thing hasn't started at that time.
Okay.
And then they called my name. Like, I didn't know what to do. But then I went on stage and then I did what I used to do for them in class.
What was that?
Rap. Yeah, that's how it started.
I bet you still remember what you rapped.
I forgot. It was a long time ago. But what I recall is that I did what I used to do for them in class.
Yes,
because they were interested in what I was doing, but like in a funny way. But then me getting on stage and picking up the mic, and spitting whatever, I was spitting the rhymes and everything. The school went crazy. That's how it started.
Yeah. So you write your own material?
Yeah, I do. I don't have a ghostwriter. I am my own ghostwriter.
Dude, I like that. Are you not scared of turning bipolar on some level? Sounds like you've got a split personality thing going on there. No. Like both personalities are strong. In a sense, I could say, Ekaya, Tando, you know, my baby boy, and the streets known you as Scandalous.
Yeah, you know, music, sometimes you end up talking to yourself. You end up, maybe something happens, a certain, maybe that you're sitting, you see something, and then that thing could just give you an idea. And then you end up rapping about it while you're sitting alone, and then people you think you're talking alone, like you're going mad. And it's an idea that you're trying to put in your mind for another song or something.
Just to take us through your musical journey from this first time you realize that I can actually do this as a career. Yeah. Can you please explain to me how did it start, your first moments of making beats and putting paper to pen to paper?
Yeah, no, I get you. Like it was difficult, man, because like coming from a poor family, I couldn't afford much when it comes to equipment, because you know music requires equipment, and sometimes equipment will cost you a fortune, but I believed in using what I have in order to produce what I can.
That's beautiful.
So there's actually people involved around that phase,
Yes.
because during those days I couldn't afford to buy myself equipment and all that. So, but I had people by my side,
Yes.
people whom I went to for assistance. Like if I can just mention Guti, the guy who's actually asking me that question is the one who is one of those people who gave me like a way forward,
He lit
like
the fire under you.
yeah, like he for the first time someone said you can use my equipment, you can use this,
Yes.
anytime you need.
Yes.
Yeah, Stella gave me like he gave me a stepping stone. Then Guna Jabu Mlangin, is the guy who actually is one of those nine. La ngati wangnigeta a way forward still, because he came and then he said, just have this. Maybe you can push from here.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So that's how it started. Because other people, maybe let's say, it was difficult in a way. You could see sometimes you could go to a friend, and then while you're busy making a beat, and then you hear the mother complaining from the background.
Yeah.
Hey, electricity and all
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
And then you won't concentrate. And then suddenly you have to leave. And then you come back the next day and you find your idea deleted, the beat, that you have to start afresh. Yeah, so the people I mentioned, those two people were the keys to me leaving my things as they are and then coming back the next day and finding them as they were.
Ooh.
So yeah, that's how it started. So then as I grew, Nami as a man, you find I find maybe a certain time whereby I can try my best to have my own, and then I grow from there. But then I cannot forget where I started.
Roots are very important, definitely. Because how can you get where you're going when you don't know where you're from?
Yeah.
I know it's a cliche. People use it all the time, but I honestly believe in it.
Yeah.
Scandalous. If you wouldn't mind, holding our hand and talk us through some of the key moments in your career so far. Interesting features, interesting shows, interesting artists you've worked with, people you'd like to work with still. Just yeah.
Okay. There are projects that I've done before. Actually, okay, I released an EP back in the years. It was called Street Hustle and Flow.
Okay.
So that one did well, and I also have an album that's called Blood, Sweat and Tears. It also did well because I was I was the one who was distributing it. I did that on my own, but it was sold out from what I made. So people were buying that, and they were actually flashing it on Facebook. So I was pushing that way. So I did music videos, of which I did on my own, because I believed Guti, if someone cannot be able to do this for you, not because they don't want to, you can try and teach yourself so that you can be able to do it, so you can achieve
and learn and grow at the same time.
Yeah, because excuses cannot pay bills.
True.
So the artists I've worked with, there's so many. There's so many. I've worked with She's a Boy. I've worked with, actually, She's a Boy once featured me in a song produced by Maporis.
Okay.
We did that, and we did a video for that way back. And then when it comes to shows, man, I did a lot of shows. Like I even went out of the country to other countries like Swaziland, for like a fill up shows. I went to Joburg. I did a lot of shows, especially, what I've noticed while I was like I once went on a tour to Joburg. Like what I've noticed would say in Mpumalanga, we don't get the same love that we get in other provinces. We don't get much support because like going there to those places where you're just a stranger, but an artist, a creative. They give you that thing. You go, okay, you are a creative. Let's see what you have. Let's hear what you have, yabo. And then you do your thing, and then they like it, yabo.
No, but even so, sorry for jumping in, but even Christ had to leave Bethlehem in order to be relevant.
Yeah,
like honestly.
yeah.
So
the feeling is not the same.
No.
Yabo. But coming back home and you do what you do, the bookings, yabo. You rate my booking in Pumala, or let me say in El Spread is very low. Yabo. But I had people who usually look out for me when it comes to my bookings. Yabo.
yeah.
So Nami, as I was going that journey, I met other artists. I mean, what I used to usually did was when meeting an artist that was being like a name artists laba bavalelako, yabo, especially ladies, yabo, the female artists. Sometimes they take them and then see them as objects, yabo. Some they want to use them, but I turned that around, yabo. Then I work with them, especially not only artists, but models, even models. Models, I used to have a group of models where I used to.
Oh yeah, so one of the videos you showed us the other day.
I gave them a platform, music videos and all that.
Yes.
Yeah, I had that. Yeah. Like the artists I've worked with, actually there's a lot of artists I worked with. Gunabo Crazy M, of which I did most of my production with him. And he's actually the guy I started going maybe to another sound with. Yeah, but we actually tried new sounds with him. Yeah, so Guna Casey RSA, she's a female artist. She's now in Limpopo, but I've done a lot of work with her. And then she's a good vocalist. She's very good. So I worked with her, even Guma performances on the shows and all that. So I've worked with a lot. Like I actually forgot because if I can count
There's
names,
too many to remember.
Yeah, there's too many.
Too many to remember.
Yeah.
Can you tell us about your relationship with him and how much his influence?
Okay, Smash is from Inactive Squad and the Swati duo. The relationship yam na Smash, it was good. We had plans before he passed on, and we were actually planning to work on an EP, yabon, because we've been talking for a while and there was no action, but we were just about to do shows, of which we had two already before he passed on. Because on that day, I had the sad news. Like there was a flyer was out, a poster was out for us going to a show.
So it was at the late stage of things.
Yeah. So we were actually planning to go on that show the very same weekend. On the because I think he passed on around Wednesday, Thursday somewhere, but on Saturday we actually had a show. So I think I was one of the people he was closest to because we spoke about anything. We spoke about production, and we were actually planning on dates. Yabo, it's okay. On this day, we actually going to start working. Yabo. But through him, I also met Stonecracker. Yabo. So yeah, we had a lot going on. So me and I were very close. Yabo. Because actually on the day of his funeral, I actually made a speech, and then it touched a lot of artists because I think somehow even during the days malangeni yabo, some people usually mistake me for him yabo. They usually call me, hey Smash khamba njani, and like,
well, that's a compliment.
Yeah, and I cannot correct them.
No.
I just go along with that. Yeah, so him leaving his kids behind because he has a unemfana nomncane yabo, intwana yakhe. So he's good. He's actually good on the keys yabo.
Okay.
So we actually made the boy to perform a memorial service, the Smash, like his as a tribute to his father. Yabo.
Emotions and all, he nailed it.
Yeah, he did. He did. Yeah, we actually had to plug in some equipment, and I actually came up with my sound, yabo,
Yes.
as a tribute, yabo, because we wanted to do something because he was musical. And we actually had to do it the right way because I think that's how he has to be laid to rest. Because as an
The
artist,
same way he lived.
yeah, you cannot. Okay, the church can be there, about church people and all that because it's our culture. But he has to go to his resting place with a happy heart.
I
Yeah.
respect that. I respect that. So you would say that Smash played a very big role in you, the artist, today.
Yeah, he did because he was one of the first people I went to when I started my journey in the industry. Because I went to him. I remember, Fuzi, the first person I went to
Yes.
when I realized that no, I want to be an artist. Because he was a part of the role models, people
Yes.
who I wanted to be like, the people who I looked up to. So him and the squad doing things, I actually wanted to be like them. I couldn't join them though because I was a bit young. But I actually had what they had. I think I had the same passion because they gave us a platform as artists. Anything is possible because talking about the language, because
Yes.
they use their native language. And but the difference was, I'm into Kasi rap,
Yes.
I'm into Kasi rap, and you cannot do Kasi rap in Siswati, but I am proud of my language. I do tracks in Siswati, but then I have to maintain the first love, because it was
Yes.
Kasi rap, yeah.
At some point, you were everywhere. You know, you were headlining everywhere. You had big features, big shows, features on Gwala Gwala. There was a promise of an upcoming album. And everything went quieter and quieter and quieter, then eventually stopped. What happened?
Responsibilities, man, because as we grow, we get to be parents, and let's say industry Mpumalanga ayifana nakulamanye ama-provinces yabo. Sometimes there are challenges that you face as an artist, and then the lack of support ne nalendo leyo ukuthi you don't get what you hope for. You only get what you given.
Yes.
So that becomes a problem. But the album that I promised to release, I still do have it on my files, but it's kept on hold because of the finances, because I actually want this one to go bigger than
Yes.
the others. So I just felt good thing. Let me just do things so I can be able to finance myself, because now I do have better equipment, because I can set up my own studio. I do have my own sound system. But if I want to host a show, I don't need to go and
Big.
to ask for people for things and all that. I can actually set up a whole show for people. So that's what I wanted to achieve before I go about with the album.
You know, Scandalous, I know this is a silly question to ask, but I'm going to do it anyway. What is an actual difference between an album and an EP? like you've mentioned that you had an EP and you had an album. What's the difference?
The difference is that, okay, there's many ways to define to differentiate between an EP and album, and we have different views when it comes to that. But to me, an album is where you put up all your ideas into maybe 14, 15, 16 tracks.
Yes.
Then an EP, you just have to lay about 5 or 6 tracks.
Okay.
Because you cannot release 12, 13, 14, 15 songs and then call that an EP. It's just EP, it's like a demonstration.
It's a test. It's a taste.
Yeah, because industry these days, you can just release one song.
Yes.
And then you can blow up the whole year. And then an album, you can maybe, okay, there's this thing, go industry. Let me just put it this way, maybe make it simpler. You find that artist,
yes,
maybe let's say, especially overseas, artists like both Drake, Kendrick, and all that. You find that artists, there's a singing that is being pushed. as they released an album now.
Yes.
And then 6 months later, there's another singing
From the same album.
From the same album. An album is like where you keep your hits. Which you
Yes.
can it can take you maybe 1.5 years to release, to go back to the studio and do new music.
Yes.
But an EP is just for now. Which you can
Okay.
release that song now. But then nowadays is that like I was saying, which you can just release 1 or 2 singles and then they could take you through a year or what, because things have changed.
So Scandalous, are any of your tracks listed with Samuel?
Yeah, they are. I do have registered tracks, but back then I didn't have much information. But my organizations, Lafana Nabo, the one music creatives workshop, they teach us as artists, okay, we need to register music for certain purposes. For because now if you can go to the internet, I think there is an artist now who's busy going about a track being stolen. So I think you need that. And it's like it secures you as an artist because your ideas can never be stolen.
Before you play it to anybody.
Yeah, because it's possible. If your voice can be on the song, but a person can take the song and make them theirs. So yeah, you just need to be registered. So I do have registered songs.
It always blows my mind how an organization like Summer works. Like, how do they monitor everything? Like, like I know that an artist gets paid by the amount of times a particular song is played on other.
Yeah.
But how do they know Ikwekwezi is playing this song? Lukwalakwana, YFM, Rise FM, what like how do they?
Okay, since I've been a radio presenter myself.
Yes.
I was on radio. I had a show on radio. So each and every song that was playing, I had to write it down by hand, or even maybe type it on the system. So that information is being submitted to companies like Samro. So then there's that. I don't know if it's an app but I can call it an app, but it's a system that's on the PC, because when you play a song on radio as a presenter, it reflects on the system. It's called Radio Monitor. It monitors every song that is being played, and every song that you register, you as an artist, you have your certain code. Yeah, you have a code. So you don't get maybe Samro.
Yeah.
Samro, they don't get a whole list, like a whole book. Would say, oh, your song is played. They go through the pages. No, they just receive your code and then the number. So then they pay you through that.
Trust me, that's a question I've had for 20 plus years. And I knew that the Lord will provide. So hallelujah to that.
They use Radio Monitor and your code.
Okay, Scandalous. There was a big scandal about Scandalous a while back, where it involved your girl at the time, her tattoo. My question is this: that like, how did she come up with that? Like, how did you guys have a conversation? Was it a surprise or was it a gift? How did she take it upon herself to tattoo her name on on her thigh, and on the flip side, her name is also tattooed on your arm? Like, is it something that you would advise couples to do, or is it a minefield and to be avoided at all costs?
No, the tattoo was her idea. The tattoo thing was her idea. Like she went on and did it without my knowledge. I just got a call from her telling me that I did something I want you to see.
Ta-da!
Yeah, it was everything was ta-da. And I got speechless but happy at the same time, because love, like true love, is rare to find these days, because once a person does that, it means like if you are embodied, like it's hard to, it's something that's permanent.
Yes, it is.
Even though you can remove it, but you can see there was something.
There was something there. Yeah. That's true.
So since a person is priceless, a tattoo is like I believe it's forever. Yabo.
Yes.
So I went on and did it too
Yes.
because I wanted to give out the same energy as well.
Yes.
Because her having my name tattooed on her, in her body, like it wouldn't make sense. I'm just going to clap and then
Some well
yabo.
done, sis.
Yeah. So I
Yeah.
wanted to show her I feel the same way.
We are
Yabo.
on the same page.
Yeah, we're on the same page. So then when it comes to me advising other couples, I mean, I wouldn't say much, but what I would say is that maybe if you're a couple and you're serious about each other, maybe you just met or whatever, you just need to keep it real. Yabo. So I wouldn't advise you to do as we did, but there are many ways. Yabo.
Yes.
You can just follow your own heart. It's okay, fine. This is what I want to do for my person. Yabo.
Yes.
So even earring, yabo, it's a
Yes.
symbol of love.
Yes.
If you can just do that, nakona it's fine. If you're going to do tattoos, we're not going to say, hey, you copied us, so then I sue you. No.
No.
No, it's something that you did out of love. Yabo.
Yes.
So since love is beautiful, so everything, because with my fiance, we're still holding on. Yabo. We're still together. We're going to 3 years now. And then there were comments on Facebook. People were saying things about some, even enemies got away.
Ammunition.
Yeah,
Ammunition.
They threw bombs and they said a lot of stuff. Yabo. And most of the time when I had to check, I went back on the comments and checked. It was exes. Yabo. And maybe people who were just envying everything that we do, every move that we make. And then maybe some comments were unnecessary because some people used to see us, yabo, we were trending. Yabo.
Yeah.
Like almost half of the country knew about this thing.
This
yabo.
particular
Yeah,
exercise.
because there were topics on the radio about tattoos during that time. Yabo. So everything that had to do with the tattoo was
some way, somehow, we
Yeah.
are back to your doorstep.
Yeah.
Some, like this couple, you know.
Yeah, that's how it. But then there was a time where she felt like she made a mistake. Yabo. Like she wished.
Life, Machum. Like everything has got two sides. There's no such thing as a totally fantastic idea or a totally bad idea.
Yeah, but I was there to just wrap up, to brush off the silly
Insecurities.
comments.
It's like, as in, wow, I got you.
Yeah, I made her feel good about it because I had to. I actually had to love the tattoo. Yabo.
Yes.
And then that's how I went to also do her name on
Yes.
my arm. Yabo.
Shout out to Skink. Oh, by the way, Skink just hit 300 views this morning. So yeah, he's been making noise mostly at us on some buffets. When am I getting to 300? So yeah, he got it to 300 in 3 weeks. Well done to him. And thanks for all of you for actually following and listening in and on what we've been actually talking about. Dude, my 2 cents worth on the tattoo. It's a wonderful thing that you, as a person, as a black man, you can find love, happiness, security, and support in another human being. And that the relationships actually goes to be kids and happiness and laughter and growth. So that's beautiful. Congratulations to the both of you on that one. And P.S., where the tattoo is actually located, it was just for your eyes only. So yeah, I'm under to you, my guy. Dude, you're a father again, eh? Your father again. I saw the cutest little thing I've seen online in years. like honestly speaking.
Yeah.
You know, you got beautiful kids. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
I'll give you that.
There's actually 3 of them.
Okay.
Yeah, the first one is 11 years old, Kwezi, and then the second one is Enzo. She's 6 years old, and then Zowanda is the last one. She's about 4 months.
Nice.
Yeah.
So, like literally speaking, do you have something against condoms or?
No, I think that's life, man. Because if we were going to do the protection thing all the time, the world would be boring, man. It was going to be quiet.
It was going to be quiet.
Yeah, even you and I wouldn't.
You wouldn't be existing, you know. Like no, I got you. I like that. So you're enjoying fatherhood for the 3rd time. Do you have any tricks that you've learned along the years that you using now? You know,
Yeah, you learn as you go.
you learn as you go.
Yeah.
Any advice for any upcoming new fathers?
You don't just have to bump into that. You have to be ready for it.
Nah.
Yeah, because no mistake can be made through that. You just have to be ready because fatherhood is sometimes tricky. Yabo. Because sometimes, especially when you have more than one kid, maybe you have 3 or 4 kids, they're not the same. Yabo.
Yes.
You just have to get into knowing them because this one is like this one is different from Yabo. So you have a lot to deal about in a day. Yabo.
You
So
know,
you just have to be ready.
no, I believe you are on point on that one. Funny enough, when you're talking about fatherhood, you were raised by a single dad yourself.
Yeah.
And that's unheard of, by the way, in especially in our circles as black people, where a father actually went and to bat for the team, you know, and opened the betting as that. So now kudos to your dad. I believe he did a wonderful job.
Yeah.
And so the standard has been set. You can only
Yeah.
take it higher.
So yeah, I was raised by a single dad, but yeah, because my mom left when I was about 6 months old, somewhere there. So I don't know the reason, because I don't want to get into that because
it's not your fight.
Yeah, it's not my fight. So, but I actually like I growing up, I never knew what kind of a person she was until we met when I was around 15, 14 years. But then I sadly, she passed on after a year of me meeting her. So yeah, she passed on around 2003, somewhere there, because my father passed around 2002. So the struggle was real, man. But then, if you can ask Uti what kind of a person your mom was, like, I wouldn't have an answer for that because I only saw her for days. Like she was too busy for me. I don't know why. Like you know, I wonder like when a parent, maybe when your other parent is avoiding you. I felt like she was avoiding me. I don't know why. Maybe I don't know. But then, Mine, I have so much love for her because she gave birth to me.
Focus on the positives, my guy.
Yeah.
Focus on the positives. Scandalous. What do you do now?
Currently, I'm a resident DJ at Cornish Lifestyle. I play there every weekend, Fridays, Saturday, and Sundays. Sometimes on Thursdays, because I usually host my ladies' nights. And then since I'm a resident, I organize events there, and then I give artists a platform to show out their work. So another thing that I'm busy with, on talking about going back to me becoming an activist. I'm into schools around Epinari, teaching some kids the art.
What type of art or music? What
Music, visual arts, acting, and poetry. But I'm not alone. I'm with because I'm working for a certain organization, so I'm with a team. So what we do is we actually get to the point whereby teachers cannot achieve like through the kids because kuna this thing both teacher they do the work while the kids are sitting.
Yes.
Then we take them out and we go to the field and we do those
apply
activities.
what they heard.
Yeah.
Practically now.
Yeah. So that's what we do. So I'm actually doing graphic design and for people, for anyone, even you, if you can say, I need a poster, give me 5 minutes, and then I'm done.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but it's a skill I want to teach to other people. So if anyone is willing to learn graphic design, I can teach them for free because I believe it's art. I cannot sell art. The only art I can sell is my music.
Music.
Yeah.
Do you think it's an easy transition from being as a rapper to being a DJ at what is a club?
It's a bar.
To be a DJ at a bar, usually you can't play as a rapper all the time.
Yeah. It's actually challenging sometimes, but I do manage because sometimes I have to play at Konishabo and then I get a booking, which maybe I need to go and perform for a certain crowd somewhere. But then I do try to, and make things work. But me moving or being a DJ, it's not like I went into something that I never expected. It's something that I always wanted. But I'm working on becoming the first hip hop DJ or one of the first hip hop DJs because we don't have hip hop DJs.
No, we do not. It's a dying breed.
Yeah, so if you're a DJ, they know this one is going to play piano or house, or the Sunday soul sessions and all that. Though that's the usual thing in El Spray. But I mean, I want to become an all-star hip hop DJ. That's what I'm working on. Yeah.
No, Godspeed to you, good sir. I feel we need one. We need one because I don't know. I mean, besides Dino Bravo, who else is out there?
No one.
Exactly.
I never heard.
We are hip hop heads.
Yeah, only if hip hop.
But we can't even think of one other.
Yeah,
hip
because
hop.
DJs, even piano DJs, they usually play hip hop, but they don't mix the hip hop. They just play. But I mean, I just want to get into that, like turning the crowd up for an hour with hip hop only. That's what I want to do.
No,
actually mixing, not just playing them.
Dude, count me in when you do that. I want to just sit there in the corner and just support you.
Yeah, because I think that's how I can reconnect with hip hop.
Yeah, I know. It is your first love.
Yeah.
And your first love, Nje, it's makeups to breakups, like the song says.
Yeah.
You go back in circles, but you always go back home.
Yeah.
That's Scandalous. You also do some work with the elderly.
Yeah.
How do you tie that up with your work with the school kids?
It's actually the same organization I work for.
What's the organization's name?
It's called Charisma Music Foundation.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but it was a project that started around Limpopo.
Yes,
so
sir.
then it was brought to Nelspruit also in other. It also exists in other provinces.
Okay.
It's new around here.
Okay.
So, I mean, it's more than me being hired to do the job, but it's actually my passion working for people. And
it comes from the heart.
Yeah, community work and all that. So we actually go, sometimes it's not only about schools, it's also about rehab centers.
Yes.
You know, we even go to preschools to play with the kids and do a little bit of art and visual arts and music and all that. So going to the elders, it was them teaching us what we don't know, like especially like himself with that, like
yes,
like he go tunga and when they finish and all that. So yeah, I actually learned a lot.
No, I actually have a few ideas that I've always wanted to implement in relation to especially orphans. We'll talk about that. Okay. Then yeah, we can come back. Maybe we might even have a show about that later on, just to give feedback.
Yeah,
that's beautiful. Scandalous. What are your future endeavors? Like, what should we look out for? What is your watch the space moment? Like what are you busy with?
I'm actually busy with, like I said, I want to be an activist full time.
Yes.
So not full time, but I'm going to quit the sanction. I want to become.
You dedicate more time towards that particular part.
Yeah, that being my work during Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Because on weekends I'm an artist. I'm a DJ. Yeah. So, but I want to become an activist at work. So I want to do more of that. And then I'm actually going to go back to the studio and finish off the album and maybe do some touch-ups and there. So
the album is still in the pipeline. It's coming.
Yeah, it's coming. I'm going to drop it because I think maybe after this year,
yes,
I just need some time to work for it, to work on it like for this year. So maybe next year, early,
yes,
I might drop the album.
Now that's something worth looking forward to.
Yeah.
Like, honestly speaking, I'm waiting in anticipation.
Yeah, because I think, that's going to be a winning moment for me because I think a few, I can't say a few people, most people will expect me to go back to the studio. They tell me, like face to face, go back to the studio. What are you doing? Yeah, well, this is not you. But then you cannot decide for a person.
No. And besides, you can't be a one-trick pony.
Yeah.
So there's Scandalous the DJ, Scandalous the humanitarian, Scandalous the hip hop artist, Scandalous the. No, that's fine. I like that. That's fine.
Yeah.
Kudos to you, my guy.
Yeah, so I want to do more charity work because I've been doing charity work, like especially the donation of sanitary pads. I did that to a few schools around in Elspruit, but with another team. That's what we started on our own. We did that. I actually have proof of that because some people they say they just talk, but there's no action. But we did that. So I wanna do more of that as well. So
I always found that funny, by the way, or tragic actually, that the powers that be provide condoms.
Yeah.
And it's a choice to actually have intercourse.
Yeah.
But nobody chooses to have a menstrual cycle.
Yeah.
But these are we should be giving out free
the other way around.
sanitary pads as opposed to free condoms.
Yeah.
It's lopsided. I don't know.
I think that
backwards
should be fixed.
thinking.
Yeah, that should be fixed. Yeah, so I mean, I'm planning to go out there and give that more out because they are, especially to school kids, because it's sometimes it's not pleasing to hear maybe a kid saying, I can't go to school because I'm on my cycle and all that. So we want to prevent that from happening.
I remember during COVID when somebody put up a status on I think it was on Facebook. It was like, let's take a moment and pray for those kids that have nothing in clean. And they look forward to the meal they get. The regular meal in their lives is the one in the the regular help and guidance and love it's from friends and that favorite teacher.
Yeah.
So dude, I love the fact that way you are that spotlight, like you shine a bit of light in an otherwise dark and cold world where now you are a bright light. And
because I don't have much to give, but I actually take out from my pocket to do those kind of things, with the guys that I work with, So because it's so like I said, it's not pleasant to see you living maybe as a kid, as a young person, not knowing when your next meal is going to be.
Sure.
So that's not a good thing to hear. So if it was according to me, if I had all the money in the world, I was going to provide for every kid that cannot be able to afford.
Literally, if every guy would buy one less cot per weekend and take that $20 and chuck it into an account of some sort. I'm talking about per guy.
Yeah.
Usually, like on a normal Friday, it's 5 cots each for each and every one of us. But have 4. Like it's you don't need millions. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
You don't need millions. Yeah. And sorry, Pumalangians, I'm sorry, Sham. I usually don't ask for much from you guys. But I believe that this is something that you should actually all show love towards and get behind, because these are our kids. They are our future. It takes a village to raise a kid.
Yeah.
Screw the fact they're going to be like, no, how you can't just look by the wayside and something is critically wrong in front of you.
Yeah.
Let's see where we can help this young man, and let's see if we can make it work. Okay, now Scandalous. I get emotional when something pulls on my heartstrings. So and this is definitely something that I can definitely see myself getting behind. Now you are a DJ as well, né? You are at that Cornish lifestyle. How does that work? Do you guys have ladies' night? Like what does that entail? Are you the only guy present? like what's going on?
Yeah, we do host a ladies' night on every last Thursday of the month, of which we give maybe the best dressed lady in the building for that day.
Yeah,
a hamper. Yeah, well,
what would be in this supposed hamper?
It's for them to find out. Just come as a lady and
Ne?
Yeah,
I look good in a dress, by the way, but that's another question.
yeah,
Story
dress to
altogether.
kill, and then you're going to see what's in the hamper. Yeah, but we do host Monday's night, and then we do have a lot of entertainment Monday to Sunday. Yeah, Sunday is the soul session and deep house session, and then on Saturday it's piano and house. Same thing as Friday. Yeah, but Friday mostly I play old school classics, yabo, the house, and then on Sunday it's deep house. As I said, Saturday it's piano and commercial house one way.
Scandalous, please tell us how can we get a hold of Scandalous, the DJ, the graphic designer, the man, to make sure that you also can put bread on the table, and also introduce us to the foundation so that our viewers can actually lend a helping hand, whether it be monetary or time or anything of the sort.
Okay. Yeah, getting hold of me is not it's not a problem because we use social media a lot these days. I'm on Facebook. It's Scandalous HD on Facebook, and then Instagram Scandalous underscore SA, and then I'm also on TikTok. It's Scandalous HD. And then the numbers to contact is 082 3585 053. That's where you can get me for any kind of assistance. It's whether it's for the charity work I do, or it's for my bookings and all that. As a DJ, as an artist, those are all the platforms.
Is the numbers on WhatsApp as well?
Yeah, it's on WhatsApp.
Thank you for joining us for another episode of Inside in Bombela. We're trying to make the world a better place, one clip at a time. And with you guys behind us, I believe you're gonna make it work. Don't forget to comment, share, like, and subscribe. And thank you for the followers that I've been pouring through from both Facebook and YouTube. We feel the love, and through you, we will go to bigger things. Leo out.